Hey everybody, what's going on? Mr. Tony of the Dead here, and I have another movie review for everybody out there. This one's on a movie called My Name is Julia Ross. This is from the Arrow Academy, and it's directed by Joseph H. Lewis. This movie is about this woman named Julia Ross who gets hired to be a secretary for this wealthy widow, and the wealthy widow actually drugs her and puts her in her mansion. And when Julia wakes up, they start calling her Marion and everything because they're trying to trick her. They're trying to make her think she's actually this Marion that was married to the rich lady's son Ralph. And all of Julia's belongings have been destroyed, and everybody in town thinks that she's mad. So now she's trying to escape, but she can't because the windows are barred. So now she's just trying to find a way out of this madhouse. The movie came out in 1945, so it's crazy how long ago this came out, and it still has quite an impact. It's quite a very well written story, and it's only 65 minutes long, so it's a short story. Everything is compact in here, and it's just, you really feel bad for Julia. I mean, I couldn't even imagine being drugged, waking up in this house that you don't know where you are, and just trying to get out, and everybody thinks you're crazy. And then she, is she going to start believing she is this Marion? She knows she's Julia Ross. It's just crazy things. I'm thinking maybe she should just play along and see what happens. And then it's like, well, they're rich. Maybe if I would take advantage of that. I don't know. I don't know what I would do in that situation. But they actually want to, kill her so they can get some money, and they make it look like an accident and that. So she's not even going to live long enough, to enjoy anything. So it's a really like a race against the clock to get out of there, and hopefully somebody knows where she is, because she did tell this guy that she has interest in that this address, but the people that set up this agency to hire people, this like temp agency, it was like a fake temp agency. They hired her, they shut it down, they had another house, closed that all up, and moved down to this house, this mansion that's like on the edge of a cliff, and there's like the ocean. The windows are all barred, she can't even get out of the window. They have staff on board, but they all think that she's this Marion because they told her all about them, and the way she's acting around them, and she's really kind of selling their story. Like, they're like, oh, she's not well and everything, and the way she's carrying on, like they're the ones holding me hostage and blah blah. They're just like, oh, she really isn't, well. She's not doing very well at all. She's crazy. She's kind of, she's not there. She's sick. She needs help, and so she's kind of like ruining it on herself by acting out the way she is, because you're kidnapped, you're held hostage there, and then knowing their plans for you, it's just like so much going on for her. You feel bad for her, but a very well written movie, and it's short, so there's a lot going on, but I liked it a lot. I gotta say, very good story. Enjoyed it. Acting was really good. I enjoyed it. Ralph, he's a psychotic guy. He like has an anger problem, and all of a sudden he just starts stabbing things, like cutting up the couch and like stabbing like pillows and that, and like you see like stuffing going everywhere, and even the old lady, the widow, what was her name, Mrs Hughes, she was very nice, but she was very vindictive and evil. You could tell she was just evil, and everybody just had it out for her, and it was just sad because you didn't know who was an actual doctor, who wasn't, who was on her side, who was just part of the staff. And it's just so much going on in that little amount of time. Like, there was a lot of stuff going on, and it played out very well. I never heard of this movie before, but I'm glad I got to see it. It was definitely worth a watch. I think it probably has some rewatchability. Maybe not right after you get done watching it, watch it again, but down the line sometime probably watch it. I'd say I'd probably put it in sometime, like I said, down the road, but I have no interest in putting it in like right now. But one day again, yeah, probably I'd check this out again. Definitely worth it. The picture was good. It was cleaned up very well for back then. I mean, 1945, and they cleaned it up black and white, looks very nice, beautifully shot, and the sound was good, the captions were good, everything seemed fine with this. I didn't really have a problem with it. There wasn't really, there's like, she's likable and she wasn't like stupid or anything, but it was kind of strange though that they were hiring her to be the secretary, but then you had to live there with them for a year. So that was kind of strange, but she gave her money up front and she was very nice and seemed trustworthy, so I guess that kind of won her over. But it just kind of like seemed like, well, maybe maybe some red flares, I guess they say, that should go up. Maybe you should, shouldn't do that, but it didn't. But I guess she really needed the money. She was, not rich. She didn't have much money. She owed rent and all this, and it was like she needed a job really bad, and she got this, and it was one of the worst things she could have done. But yeah. So with all that being said, let's check out what's inside this. And here you have some newly commissioned artwork by Scott Saslow, and it's it's just an image from the movie. It's right there. You see the bars. She's it's the front gate. She can't get out, and that's Ralph right there. And that's an interesting part of the movie too, when she thinks she has some hope, but she doesn't. And then you got the spine here. Nice font. Black spine, very good. And here's an original poster art for it, which I like as well. I think I like this one more than the other one. The other one just a little too plain. It's just a picture. But I liked seeing the actual Julia instead of a drawing in that. I do like the color in this more than I do like that they used like the same color from the old poster in the newer artwork. But I think I like the older artwork better, but there's some stuff I like more about both of them. Like I think they somehow could combine them both, it would work. But then they got the spine here. I think I like this spine better. It pops out more for me. So which one would I put? Would I flip on? If I had this on the shelf, I'd probably put this one up just because it would pop out more. But which one do you like the most? And here you have a Blu-ray, which is Region A, and a booklet. And like I said, here's a booklet. It's kind of a thin booklet, not much to it, but that's the front, and there's just some pictures in that, table of contents, pictures of Julia, very beautiful woman, things going on here, about the restoration, all that kind of stuff. And there is the back. Also, there's some special edition contents on here. Not a ton of stuff, but there's a few things on here. Mostly everybody in this is dead, so there's no interviews. So you get what you can. There's a lot of stuff about the history of the director and stuff like that. But I think he has a good vision. I think this was a good movie that he did. And but there's some special edition contents there for you. And if you want to pause it and check it out, there you go. So yeah, I enjoyed this movie. I would definitely say check it out if you're into like the old kind of like kidnapping kind of mystery kind of movies, something like that. It's a short watch. It goes by pretty quickly, and it keeps your attention. And I think if you're into that, and it's black and white, looks really nice in black and white and cleaned up, looks really good. There's no like monsters or blood and all that you need to like, oh, the Blu-ray ruins that. So it's just a normal old-time movie, cleaned up, and it looks good. It looks good on Blu-ray. So I think it might be worth your time definitely worth your time actually checking it out if that sounds like something you're into. And but right now I think you should give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and follow me on any one of the social media links in the description box below. If you're interested in purchasing this, I'll put a link below for that. I get nothing from that. That's just a link for you. If you're interested, like I said, in getting this, I get no money for it. Also, below will be a link to a trailer. You can check this out. And I always say this, proceed with caution. There may be spoilers. Well, that's it, everybody. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.